A long period you haven't heard me. A long period you haven't seen me. It's over. I am Wimin and today I'm gonna present to you the another watch from my collection. Getting something inherited is a big deal. Something like that kept in a special way, especially if it was received from a family member. That is exactly the case here. I got this watch from my grandfather and he's got it from his work anniversary. Believe it or not, it's almost 50 years old and still working in small deviations. Here is a brief history. Doxa were found in 1889 and reinvented themselves in the later half of 20th century. Doxa began making traditional dress watches, from simple design to some chronograph model. What they were especially know is that the brand created one of the most recognizable die watch of all time, the Sub 300, reliable, purpose-built, comfortable and highly legible piece of materials. It was only a piece of history. This is a very simple but very beautiful watch. I don't know exactly what the model is, but what I do know is that says Synchron here, as you can see. Between 1968 and 1978, Doxa became part of the Synchron company. Therefore, from these ages, we can conclude what the watch was made in that period. What can be noticeable first is that cracked acrylic glass. It is interesting this is the still original, which I should replace soon. Below it is a cream dial, which used to be a bit lighter, because over time it's got a yellow color from the sun. Between the glass and the dial are hands and markers that are yellow or gold in the color and have a black bar across them. This applies to everything except the hands for seconds and number 6 and 12. In the lower part, I hope you can see, it says Swiss made. Speaking of case, I don't know if this is a gold watch because there are no stampings on the number and for gold references on the back case. I mean, it's probably gold plated, but you know, the plating is superb and held together very well in the rest of the case, which I think is made of stainless steel. Even the crown that winds the clock every day is in a very good condition. Speaking of the case, dimension should be mentioned. This is the time when little watches were born, and I am so fond of that. The diameter of the case is 36 millimeters. The thickness is just 9 millimeters, which would even be smaller because the glass is raised. Lug to lug width is 41 millimeters, and the bracelet is 18 millimeters wide. Of course, this isn't the genuine bracelet, but I definitely need to get better and nicer one. There are some numbers of the back that I'm not sure what exactly they represent, but I think they indicate the number of the model. One important thing I just forgot to mention, this body is so light, only 30 grams. In combination with this bracelet, you will forget to wear it on your wrist until the moment when it needs to be manual wind by signed crown. A few days ago I opened a case back and however the movement is clean and runs smoothly, but you know, in the moment of the screaming this video, but I don't know what's exactly the case here because it just stopped working, you know. But you know, it's a Doxa moment, actually a caliber 104 based on ETA 24-00. It has 17 joules, runs on a 18,000 vibration per hour, which is 5 vibration per second. Power reserve is about 42 hours. The great things about mechanism is that even after so many years, it works quite precisely. And someone says it works like a Doxa, but not the case here because it stopped it. Functional and a beautiful piece of history is in front of you. I hope that people will continue to wear watches like this in the future and that they never go into oblivion, because we shouldn't forget where we started. Those are my thoughts on the watch. Thank you so much for all of you who watched the video till the end. I hope you like this video. If so, then check out my other videos on the channel. Goodbye, I'll catch you on the next one.